what's up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Steph, growing in zone 6B. If you are here for the first time, welcome for the first time. So, it's time to start some more seedlings. It is about almost the middle of March. And so, there's a couple of things that I'm going to start today. And I wanted to share with you guys what I'm doing, what I'm starting, and in a few weeks, what I'm direct sowing. So, let's get into it. If you've been following my channel, you know that I have started all of my spring weather crops. Well, I won't say all, most of my spring weather crops. And I'm going to be actually planting them out probably right around April the 1st. This Ohio weather has been kind of up and down. So it's been ranging from like 70 degrees all the way down to the 30s. I'm really waiting on some consistent nighttime temperatures around in the 40s or so before I plant things out. What I notice is if I go ahead and plant things and there is not enough sunlight, if the temperatures are, y'all, my cat is over there acting crazy. I see her running around, knocking stuff over. So if you hear some noise, that's my teenage kitty making a bunch of noise. But anyway, I notice if I start some seeds, if I start some, if I put my seedlings out too early, then they may not necessarily die. The cool weather crops anyway, they may not necessarily die, but they'll just sit there. And so for me, it's not of any good to have the plants just sitting in the wet soil. In Ohio, we have clay soil. My soil is pretty good. I've been working on it for several years. Amending it with compost and such. So my soil is really, really good. I use peat moss in my soil. I know people have their thoughts about it, about sustainability, but it's what I have most readily available in my area. So anyway, let's get into it. I got my soil here. I got my pen, well, marker, because I'm going to have to label. So what am I starting? Well, first of all, it's March, so I'm going to do some tomatoes. I have my Brandywine black tomato that I got from M.I. Gardner. Brandywine pink. I like big tomatoes. Brandywine is a staple in my garden. Last year, I grew heirloom tomatoes, and they didn't do as well. They didn't produce as much as some of the other tomatoes that I grow, but I'm going to try again this year. I did get enough to make sauces and salsa and whatnot, but I normally get a pretty large yield of tomatoes. Even with all the animal damage that I had last year, I feel like I should have got a better yield because the animals didn't touch my tomatoes. So I also have a beef steak that I got from the dollar store. I have these black cherries right here, but these seeds are really old. They're from 12 of 2019. So I'm actually going to do a paper towel test on these black cherry tomatoes. I would really love to get some. If they don't work, I may go ahead and order some. So I'm going to sit those to the side. I have some Tiffin Mennonite. As you can see, I like to order from M.I. Gardner. His germination rate for me is really, really good. And so when it comes to seeds, I preference him, and I preference the Dollar Tree seeds because that's what works best for me. I have Romas, and for tomatoes, that's it. Now, I also normally get a lot of volunteer tomatoes. I do a lot of composting at the end of the season, the very small tomatoes. If they're too small for me to make green tomato salsa or something like that, I go ahead and throw them in the compost bin, and I almost always get volunteer tomatoes. So I'm sure I'll probably get some cherries and some Romas. I'll probably forever have cherries and Romas. If I don't plant another tomato, I'll probably have cherries and Romas. But that's all right with me. I have already started my peppers. If you haven't seen that video, go back and watch it. those peppers and everything else that I've started indoors is in the greenhouse. So I'm gonna start some more peppers because I like sweet peppers and I like to have a lot of them. And then, you know, I was gonna try this Golden Boy celery, and I might try a few seeds, but I'm not convinced that it's gonna do anything. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna start that. I may hold off on that because I'm not gonna plant that this year. I'm just gonna have to get celery starts, because if I would have supposed to start celery needs a large growing season, and you know, I'm risky on some things this year, but I'm just not into taking risk as far as like starting seeds and wasting seeds that I know probably won't do anything. I have some Alexandria strawberries, which I may do. That's a May. So my maybe pile, I'm gonna sit over here. I'm gonna sit that to the side because I have plenty of strawberries. I have June bearing, and I just purchased some strawberries from the Home Depot store, so which I'm not affiliated with at all, but I was there. They had sweet potatoes and they had bare root strawberries, so I just planted those out. And then finally I have some ground cherries I'm going to try again. I didn't know they needed light to germinate. Try that. And for herbs, I have cilantro, which is a cool weather herb. I have dill, which I'll go ahead and plant. I have some chives, some lemon balm. I'll try again. The first year I bought this pack and I planted lemon balm, it did amazing. I mean, I had so many lemon balm plants. I was enjoying tea and lemonade and whatnot every day. Now I can't get the things to germinate, so I'm gonna try it again, y'all. I'm gonna try it again. I got some chrysanthemum right there, calendula right there for the herbs. So that's herbs, that's my tomatoes. And now getting into my leafy greens. Let's see what I got. So I love mustard greens. A lot of people don't like mustard greens. They don't like the spice. I do like the spice, and I'm okay with having spicy greens, and they're not that spicy to me. So I'm gonna grow some greens. And plus, for me, mustard greens are very, very, very cold hardy. A lot of people say that they aren't, but I grew some mustard greens one year, and the winter did its thing. It snowed on top of them, and in the spring they were so big and they were so pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead and grow them again. I have some Bacana mustard right there, a green wave, dragon tongue, which is very, very pretty. Of course, I dropped my seed pack. Hold on. Don't want to waste any seeds. I have my giant red mustards, mustard spinach. This mustard spinach is the variety that I grew that was very, very cold hardy. And it makes a difference because, I mean, I guess it made a difference. I'm guessing because it is supposed to be like a spinach. It says the leaves have a distinct flavor, a combination of spinach and mustard plants, and heat and drought tolerant. So if you normally kill your greens, this is one to get. It is very, very easy to grow, and this is made by American Seed Company. I have some Tatsoi mustard, some Swiss chard. This is a new one for me this year. This purple auric. If anybody knows how to say that, let me know. This is also supposed to be like a purple spinach. It is a cool weather crop. It says delicious, sweet, crisp leaves and lots of them. It produces more leaves than spinach and will provide you with some of the most antioxidant rich greens you will ever have. High in vitamins K, E, A, and C, minerals and iron, and potassium. So this is 2 weeks before last frost. So let's get it done. I'm looking forward to that. I'm growing more pretty edible things, if that makes sense, because I want to eventually, hopefully, have an edible landscape. I'm gonna do some more Georgia collards. I have a few plants out in the greenhouse already growing, about 3 or 4, but I want to have enough to share with my family, so I'm gonna do those. Napa cabbage. The other heading cabbage, your traditional heading cabbage, I already did those seeds because they take longer than this Napa cabbage. I tried this Napa cabbage last year. It was kind of finicky. I'm hoping it's not finicky this year. It's say 6 to 8 weeks before last frost. It likes a little bit of a warmer temperature. It is a 60 to 80 day maturing variety, whereas the traditional round cabbage is normally about 90 days out. So that's something I really want to try. I have some early purple sprouting broccoli. This is only 65 days, and I'm gonna try this, the Seco broccoli, the Seco, however you say it, broccoli. This one produces compact heads and lots of side shoots. So it says that it's an excellent choice for home gardeners because it grows a lot of side shoots. So I'm gonna try that. In addition to that, I'm gonna do all of my lettuces and my microgreens so that I can have those going. When I go ahead and plant out my leafy greens, I'm gonna go ahead and plant out my spring weather, cool weather crops as well. And then hopefully by the time this weather really warms up, then I can get to my tomatoes, peppers, eggplants, and so forth. So, you know, that's what I'm planting. I'm gonna pop on real quick. When the my seedlings start to grow, I will give you all an update and let you know what I'm planting. And then, you know, go ahead and get started. I will see you guys on the next video. It's time to do leafy greens. It's time to do tomatoes. And it is time to do any of your cool weather herbs. All right, y'all. Y'all take care. Y'all grow. Be excited. Stay tuned for the next video where I'm going to be direct sowing some things in about a week or 2, depending on what the weather does. But in between, I'm going to continue to work on my garden projects. Any little bit of warm weather, if it's 40, 50 degrees outside and it's not nasty and raining, I'm going to go ahead and work on things that I want to get done outside. I have some ideas for trellises. I got some hardy kiwi that I need to build a trellis for. And from what I hear, they're very prolific. I have some more fruit trees coming that I will share with y'all when they come in the mail. And so, you know, best gardening season ever. It is going to go down, make it better than the last year. All right. Y'all take care. Y'all get your seeds started, and I'll see y'all on the next video. Bye for now.